Pokerouge daily challenges. I thought it would be a really cool idea. I never really tried the game that much, but I thought it would be cool both to play the game and also to check out the challenges and see what they had in store for us. And right off the bat, I'm not too concerned because I have an Alolan Raichu with Psychic that just eviscerates Gloom from the existence of the playing field. This is actually my first time playing Pokerouge, and I thought the daily challenges would be a good way to bring content, would also get me to do models and do things for thumbnails, but also might be enjoyable to you guys. Because some of you like Pokerouge way more than you like the regular game. And I completely understand that. So now the question becomes, why do people like it more than the regular game? What's different about Pokerouge? Well, since it's a roguelite, you can actually stack items on together. So a lot of the intricacies that are in Pokerouge are designed to play a more roguelike scenario. A survival mode, if you will, but items can stack on each other to give extra benefit as opposing to just having one held item. I easily knock out the Gloom with the Psychic here, as the Incinerate doesn't do near as much to Spidops as I would think it would. By the way, Spidops is actually pretty crucial in this. Now, I haven't been able to do these completely daily yet, just because I kind of want to get everybody's opinion and kind of see what you guys think about them and see if you like them, see if you like the type of content, but also some of the dailies are just weird. They have no intricacies at all. This one actually, though, does have a pretty cool intricacy. And I'm sitting here looking at this, and Spidops is perfect to deal with Swallow. But then he brings in a Minior, and I'm like, okay, this is not quite as good of a matchup. But even with Stab, Rollout doesn't do a whole lot. We're going to go for the broken Zippy Zap that gives us a free +1 to evasion and knock this guy out with a Psychic. Once again, Smoliv comes in, Spidops resists it, and we can knock it out with a Bug Bite, but he shows another Minior, so I'm thinking, okay, rinse, repeat, go back to Raichu, Zippy Zap, destroy. That damage that we cast with Bug Bite, it was actually enough to kill it with the Spidops. So what is the point of these daily challenges in Endless Mode? Well, really, it's content, it's enjoyable, it has Pokemon that I may not use all the time, Pokemon that are very underrated, and Pokemon that might be good in Pokerouge may not be good in the regular game because of how the way the game is played in difference to the regular Pokemon game. Now, I know what the next question is going to be. Hey, Retro, why don't you play Pokemon Go? No. So, my brain is fully competitive, and this kind of forces me to take a casual competition to it, kind of, sort of. Because while Pokemon are being raised and being trained, they are more casual. So, it forces me to take a casual plus competitive look, which is hard for me because I pretty much only think competitively. By the way, we stole that Citrus Berry, which was really nice. Pain Split doesn't help at all, so I'm going to get this X attack. Now, little do I know, Vulpix is actually pretty crucial in this particular daily challenge. I believe this was on the 21st, if I'm not mistaken. Elixir and Ether are really good for Raichu, just so we can recover all the power points to those moves. A Ninjask shows up, and this is free Zippy Zap real estate. It is crazy to me that Pokerouge added Zippy Zap from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but they actually added it from Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet, where they changed the move completely to now allow you to get a +1 in evasion, which is just really, really cool. I'm not as big on doing double battles early on in the survival type of challenge, because as opposed to the regular gameplay, you only have 3 Pokemon to start with in these daily challenges. And Spidops is actually putting in the finest of work, my dude. We're going to get the Giga Drain onto Dhelmise. If you look at the thumbnail, though, Dhelmise, so I don't know if you guys know this about it, but Ghost is one of my favorite Pokemon types. You can check out this cool video I did right here where I played through only Pokemon Blue using only Ghost-type Pokemon with a really cool hidden encounter. But I don't want to spoil that video for you. The point of it is, Dhelmise is really cool, and a Pokemon that I very underutilizingly did not use at all in Generation 7. Wait a minute, I didn't have a playthrough of Generation 7. Oh wait, I've said too much. Anyways, so with Dhelmise, so the first big hurdle in this particular challenge that I came up with was this Teddiursa and Lokix. Lokix, because Bug-type moves, other than Spite Ops, absolutely destroys the team. Well, I say that Dhelmise only takes normal damage from Bug, but it's still really bad, and Lunge lowering my physical attack when the only thing I have to hit Lokix is a Giga Drain or a Gyro Ball. Reducing that attack is so crucial. I'm not sure why I go for Psychic. For some reason, I'm thinking this thing is fighting in Bug and not Dark Bug. So, yay for me for, stupidity. Lunge also can easily KO me. I do KO him the first go around, and now Giga Drain takes him out. So, I do scathed by. But keep in mind, the next couple of videos I post is only going to be about this particular one daily challenge, because I actually got 3 really good videos off this daily. Now in comes this Pansage, and let me tell you something about this Pansage. This guy is a menace. He bites everything, he flinches everything, and he just does a ton of damage, and I believe he also has a berry late game to boost his attack as well. So that is just... no, it's his Gluttony ability. I'm sorry, that he activates his Lychee Berry, I believe it is, early to get that extra attack. I'm going to use the Memory Mushroom, and I was trying to decide what I wanted to get. I think I decided on Thunderbolt on Alolan Raichu, if I'm not mistaken, because nothing else really learns any good moves particularly. I use Alolan Raichu a lot in this first challenge run. However, Dhelmise really anchors in for the team. Alright, so we're going to take Thunderbolt over Swagger, even though I needed my TMA 87, that's fine. Beedrill comes in. We outspeed Beedrill very easily, and we can easily knock it out with a Psychic. Even its Mega Form would probably go down, because Beedrill is such a glass cannon. We're going to get a Hyper Potion off onto the Spite Ops, which is great as we fight Pokemon Ranger Lois, who has 2 incredibly big beavers. They go down to 2 Thunderbolts. So we are level 35, 32, and 32. Dhelmise wants to learn Whirlpool, and I'm not interested in it. However, Dhelmise also has a really cool intricacy to it. And that is, we're going to set up a Sunny Day here to take reduced damage from Water Gun. These actually have Crunch, by the way, as I find out the hard way. I'm not sure if it's in this challenge or the next video of this series of this particular challenge. However, these things have Crunch, and they do a bunch of damage to Dhelmise, and in this particular instance in video, Giga Drain just knocks it out. So that's really cool. Dhelmise has the ability Steelworker. Steelworker basically allows it to have a 3rd stab option. And once it gets its physical grass attacks and its other physical attack, Anchor Shot, which is its signature move, and I think to this day nothing else has learned Anchor Shot. So now we are in this next world led by a Grovyle. That Gyro Ball 2-hit KOs that Giga Drain does absolutely nothing. Gyro Ball is a clean Steelworker 2-hit KO, and it is beautiful. I decided to pick up the Nugget here, and this is the next series fight that I have a problem with, is this Noctowl and Locust. And you might be saying, well, Retro, Noctowl's really weak, you could just Thunderbolt it. Yeah, but I believe it has Hypnosis, and Locust is just a problem in general. That Thunderbolt does not kill, our Raichu goes down. Our Takedown, we're immune to Takedown because we're Ghost type. But that Air Slash super affects Dhelmise and Spite Ops both. So, anyways, we go for the Gyro Ball to take it out as another lunge, or I'm sorry, the counter comes his way in place of the lunge. We pick up our first really good physical attack, Heavy Slam, which is boosted by Steelworker. Let me tell you something, Heavy Slam really lays anchor to some of these Pokemon that are coming up. Like this, for example. Venoshock, we are resistant to it somewhat. It's neutral damage because poison hits the grass. And Dhelmise goes up to level 37 and picks up Anchor Shot. Right now, we pick up a Revive finally to get our Raichu back, and this is our 3rd battle in the daily challenge that we have a problem with. You know, we had a really big problem with Small Grass Monkey, but now we have Tall Grass Monkey. And this thing has Acrobatics. Luckily, Semi-Change goes down to 1 Bug Bite, and we have a lowered HP Raichu, which is really bad. And Dhelmise is also getting weakened as well, but we do have that Giga Drain to recover some HP. Luckily, that Heavy Slam does take down the Spite Ops, and we are now to the point where we are not going to pick up Gastro Acid on our Spite Ops. Leftovers recovers a little bit. And then I decided to just pick up a potion on Dhelmise, as now we battle Gym Leader Berg. Bird goes into Carablast on Dhelmise. The Bug Bite doesn't do a whole lot. Heavy Slam takes it out on one hit with Steelworker. We have Leavanny now. Leavanny isn't too big of an issue. We resist the Leaf Blade. We do half damage with Heavy Slam. And we just decided to let Dhelmise go down here, I believe. So an X-Scissor comes out and Dhelmise goes down. But Spidops can easily come in and counter whatever he goes for. But he goes for a Selgore. And that Bug Bite does a lot of damage. So I set up a Sticky Web on this particular turn as we counter the Bug Bite. A couple of those, we bring him down to really, really low HP. He takes us out with a Bug Bite. But the problem is, this thing is really fast. But he makes a big blunder going back out into Leavanny, meaning after Sticky Web, we will be able to outspeed and knock out a Selgore, and we take out Berg. And because we are on a floor and a multiple of 10, we get a full heal after that. So we get an egg voucher, and we are level 42, get a couple golden Pokeballs, and we are on to the next area with Phalanx. Phalanx is also one of my favorites. However, I have Spidops that pretty much resists everything it wants to do. We can set up a Sticky Web, and it's just click counter. But also, for some reason, this Phalanx and the Spidops in an earlier level did nothing but headbutt. So Dhelmise just pretty much just walls it completely. Gyro Ball knocks it out. It had Battle Armor. Battle Armor is really, really good for a roguelike and Nuzlocke, just because you can't get crit, and that's really, really important in a Nuzlocke. We're going to pick up the Great Balls as this Cherrim comes in, and Sticky Web again persists through all those floors, so it's really, really important. Spidops has the leftovers plus Bug Bite, so I think it's perfectly good to come in here and 2-hit KO the Cherrim, but then I decide Dhelmise takes we are quad resistant to grass. As a growth to set up, we knock it out with a Steelworker Heavy Slam. Memory Mushroom. Do we have anything that can be learned that's worth anything? Nah. We'll potion Spidops and move on with our life. Here comes the Vespiquen. Vespiquen is immediately dispatched with a critical Thunderbolt. So that goes down. 44, 40, and 41. Remember, we have another gym coming up at 30, so we gotta be prepared. Believe we just got some type of vitamin, I believe a special attack raise, and it shows right here we knock this thing out with a Psychic. In goes the Fire Monkey as we get Circle Throw onto Spidops, which I think will be pretty good if something tries to boost up on us. We're going to pick up the Dire Hit so we can get more critical hits as Backpacker Myra comes in here with this Seviper. And unlike that other Pokemon, Seviper is not a Dark type, so we can easily knock it out with a Psychic. And in comes Big Boy Beartic. And Big Boy Beartic is a problem, because Icicle Crash nearly kills us. And I was like, Zippy Zap doesn't kill even with a crit. We definitely should have just went Psychic. We would have knocked it out. In comes Thrash. I should have just gone to Dhelmise, but the problem is he can just Icicle Spear here. He does not do it, so luckily we knock it out with Dhelmise standing. He really anchors down for the team and picks up Shadow Ball over Slam as our reward. Now remember, your gym leaders and stuff always randomize. However, in your daily challenges, they're always going to be the same. We pick up an X speed. I feel like that's going to be crucial for Dhelmise, considering I only have one Pokemon right now. So I believe I pick up another X speed just to have all of that speed, considering I have no other Pokemon. And it couldn't be more important right now when Dhelmise gets unfortunately paralyzed off the Zebstrika. We do 2-hit KO it with the Giga Drain. However, we are really weak now, considering we are at level 48, but we're paralyzed. We pick up Metal Sound over Gyro Ball since we have Heavy Slam, and in comes another Cherrim. Now, Cherrim gave us a bit of trouble last time, but not too much. Petal Blizzard doesn't do a whole lot, but we are paralyzed, so that is very problematic. The Takedown and Shadow Ball do knock it out, but not before we take a lot of damage as a result. We do not pick up any revives, which is very unfortunate as Leavanny comes in. This extra resisted damage, really, while weighing Anchor, is still going to be a really big problem. We finally get the revive we're looking for on Raichu as Ramos comes in. And I'm like, okay, he's got Hisuian Electrode, so we're going to Shadow Ball, predicting something. We hit the Jump Pluff on the switch. The Jump Pluff gets hit hard. With a special defense drop, we can go into Raichu, who resists the bounce. And luckily we can outspeed and 2-hit KO the Hisuian Electrode. So that goes down. Dhelmise goes up to 51 as Go-Goat comes in. Let me tell you something about Go-Goat. Go-Goat is amazing. Anybody who didn't believe so, We might 4 times resist that Giga Drain, but we don't resist it enough. So Metal Sound with Giga Drain, and I screw up with the Sap Sipper. Shadow Ball would have done a lot of damage, and Raichu probably could have came in and did a lot of residual damage, as you see here, which would have been important. But that Bulldoze takes us out, and that is the end of this challenge run. Guys, let me know if you guys like those daily runs. I'll do more of them. I'll see you next time. Rate, comment, sub, and see you guys later.